everybody, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, please like and subscribe and click that notification bell if you want to be able to see whenever I post a new video. This is video number 4. We're doing great. I'm trying to create a schedule where I post on Tuesdays and Saturdays. Trying. That's the key word, trying. But today I have a cool, exciting new video for you. If anybody has ever heard of the Enneagram Test, there's 9 personality types. The first time I ever heard about this was from Sierra Schultze. Her and her friend Skylar took this test and they kind of discussed what each type meant, and they took the test together and they talked about what type they got. Now in that video, I'll actually link that below so you can go and watch it because it's amazing. It's a good explanation of all of what you're about to get into. One thing they mentioned in this video, which is amazing, is that Sleeping at Last wrote songs for each type. There's an album out there where it says 1, 2, 3, 4, all the way to 9. I love Sleeping at Last personally. I walked down the aisle to a Sleeping at Last song called Turning Page, and that band has a really, really special place in my heart, so I just was really excited. The definition of Enneagram is a 9-sided figure used in a particular system of analysis to represent the spectrum of possible personality types. This is awesome. This is going to be really, really cool. Once I typed Enneagram Test into Google, the first one that popped up was a website called Truity, and it says Enneagram Personality Test. So we're going to click on it. This free Enneagram Personality Test will show you which of the 9 personality types suit you best. See how you score for all 9 Enneagram types and understand where you fit in the Enneagram personality system. To take the Enneagram Test, mark each statement based on how well it describes your personality. Okay, so this looks pretty cool. This is kind of like the test that we took in school, kind of like the survey things, where it says inaccurate, neutral, and accurate. And I can just click it based off of what I guess I think that I do or am or like or don't like. So let's get into it. I strive for perfection. Honestly, being somebody who has a touch of OCD, I'm gonna put accurate. If you just watched me edit videos and write stuff down, there's some times where I film intros for my videos 5 or 6 times. If I think I say something weird or wrong or loud or soft, I have to redo it until I think it's perfect. So I work hard to be helpful to others. That's accurate. It is important to me that other people like me. Some people would probably not like me saying this, but that's accurate. I like for people to like me. It upsets me sometimes when people don't like me because I try to be nice to everybody. That you can't please everybody, but it is important to me to achieve great things. It is, very much so. I make more significant contributions than the average person. When I read that, the first place my brain goes, even though I've been out of high school for a while now, it goes to like the group projects that we used to do. And you know how some people are like, well, I did all the work and they didn't do anything. Like, I think about that. So, I mean, I'm gonna put between neutral and accurate because I really don't know what to put there. I feel my emotions very deeply, yes. You can ask my husband. I mean, I can watch a Toyota commercial, and if it has anything to do with anything that I can somehow sympathize or empathize with, I'm gonna cry. That's just my nature. It's how I've always been. I have a sense that other people will never truly understand me. No, I'm gonna put neutral because there are some people who probably won't ever understand who I am and how I think, and there are some people who do understand, so I'm just gonna put neutral. I think deeply about things. Very accurate. I am prepared for any disaster. Now, is it cheating if I put yes because my husband does? He likes to have these little book bags and stuff full of like doomsday stuff, like prepping stuff, and maybe one day I'll get him on and let him show you all of his cool stuff. But I guess if I have to be honest, I'm going to put neutral. It is important to me to avoid pain and suffering at all times. Honestly, I'm going to put between neutral and accurate because I feel like sometimes when we go through life, the pain and the bad things that happen, that's important. It's important to shape us and grow us. And so I'm just going to put between neutral and accurate. Sorry, my hair is like sticking up. Something is happening with my hair. I don't know. I seek out experiences that I know will make me feel happy or excited. Yes. I see the positive in every situation. Not all of them. If I'm being honest, sometimes I don't. So I'm going to put neutral. I am not afraid to tell someone when I think they are wrong. And ask my husband. That's accurate. I let other people make the decisions. I'm going to put neutral because it just depends on what it is. Like, if you're talking about food, like if my husband asks me, where do you want to eat? I can't make a decision. I really have to just say, I don't care. You choose. I appreciate having rules that people are expected to follow. Accurate. I think there should always be rules. I am concerned about security more than anything. I'm going to put neutral because I'm glad that we have like security measures for certain things, but I don't really worry about that more than anything else. There's other things that I worry about. I think a lot about what will happen in the future. Accurate. I don't fit in with ordinary people. I'm going to put accurate. Now let me tell you why. Because God called us to be set apart from the world. There's rarely a good reason for changing how things are done. Neutral, because sometimes a change is good. I always finish my chores. Yes, I'm always trying to be a better person. Of course, I check carefully for mistakes and errors. When I send people text messages, I literally go over it at least 50 times, especially to like certain people that I never want them to think that I am not able to write out a paragraph in the correct way using punctuation. I look over it multiple times. So I like to be around people who I can help. I like to go and find them when I can help, whenever like I do something with the church where we're helping people. Yeah, but I'm just gonna put neutral. I don't know what to put there. Oops, I checked the wrong box. Whoops. I like to feel that I am an important person in my social groups. Accurate. I'm going to put accurate because who doesn't want to feel important and included and wanted in their social groups, you know? So it is important to me to be successful. I think it's important to have goals and to have dreams and to reach that. Sometimes your goals and dreams doesn't always mean you're going to be like this wealthy, rich person. And some people kind of correlate that to success. Like if you're only successful if you make X amount of money. And like in my opinion, being successful is reaching your dreams, like achieving that lifelong dream that you've had. So I'm going to put between neutral and accurate. The organizations I belong to would not function well without me. I'm going to put neutral. I often feel overtaken by my emotions, yes. I find myself crying sometimes saying, Erin, what is happening? I've always felt different from other people. Yeah. But I'm sure everybody feels that way sometimes. I like to analyze things from every angle. I am going to put neutral because yes and no. Like it just depends on how I'm feeling that day, I guess. I always have a plan for what I would do if things go wrong. Always. I avoid situations that bring up negative feelings. Always. I seek excitement. Yes, who doesn't? I am good at seeing the bright side of things when others complain. That's accurate. I do. I do not hesitate to call people out when they are behaving badly. Now, my kids at school, yes, I am quick. Like, you stop what you're doing right now. You know that is wrong. Because I have to. I mean, I'm a teacher. I'm just going to put inaccurate because I don't think I have enough guts to just look at somebody I don't know and say, you're doing that wrong, or what you're doing is wrong. Now, if I see somebody, let me put neutral. If I see somebody, like, I'll give you an example. Me and my husband and my 13-year-old sister, she's gonna be 13 in January, were in Walmart tonight. She was not wearing something like bad in an inappropriate way, but I caught an older man looking at her. And I was like, she's 13. What in the world? So I stared him down until he stopped. But other than that, like I don't just verbally say it. Now if I have to, I will. But then again, I have my husband. He's pretty verbal with those things. So I go along with what other people want. I'm gonna put accurate. People should follow the rules instead of doing what they feel like doing. Accurate. I think rules are in place for a reason. I seek out relationships that offer me some type of protection. I'm a bit neutral. I don't know how to answer that. I can clearly visualize what could happen in the future. Yes. I feel like some of these questions are a little repetitive, just like asked in a different way. So maybe that's their like formula for doing this. Average people often find me a bit weird. That's inaccurate. I've never been called weird. I like to do things as I've always done them. I'm gonna put neutral because sometimes I like to change things up. Again, I feel like that's a repetitive question. I persist until a task is done. Oh yes. Ask my husband. This is the third time I've said that, but ask him. I stayed up until 4 o'clock in the morning the other night, rearranging our room, because I wanted it to be done. Yes, yes, yep. Between neutral and accurate, I do. Neutral, yes. Neutral, yes. Accurate, inaccurate, accurate, yes. Between neutral and accurate, inaccurate, neutral, accurate, yes. Accurate, inaccurate, I do. Not really. Yes. 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 I set ambitious goals for myself. Yes. I started a YouTube channel. But yeah. I can. I'm gonna put neutral. Yeah. Yes. Yes. I am always up for an adventure. Yes. I believe that things usually work out for the best. Yes. Stand up for what I believe in, even if it upsets other people. Yes. I let other people take the lead. Neutral. I like to be the leader sometimes. All the time, actually. I dislike people who disrupt things by breaking the rules. I'm going to put inaccurate because I love everybody because of Jesus. I make alliances with people who can help me stay safe and secure. Neutral. I'm often looking ahead toward what is coming next. Yep. I have different interests than most people. Yep. Traditional way of doing things is the best way. Inaccurate because sometimes what we've always done isn't what always should be done. I'm a responsible and reliable person. Yes. I have a lot of plans for how I can improve myself. Yes. Make sure that even small details are correct. Yes. I enjoy caring for others and their needs. Yeah. I want to be a person that others can look up to. Yes, because I am a youth leader. I would love for my kids to be able to look up to me. Also, I'm a teacher, so I'd love for them to be able to look up to me. I push myself to succeed. Yes. Last page. Again, I'm going to do this quickly. I make important contributions to my community. I try to, so I'm going to put yes. I rarely have strong emotions. Inaccurate. Again, I love to cry. I feel I never truly belong in social groups. Inaccurate. I want to learn as much as I can about how the world works. Accurate. It is important for me to understand what can go wrong in a situation. Yes. I take steps to ensure I don't feel sad or lonely. Neutral. Trying new things keeps life interesting. Yep, it sure does. I am an upbeat person. I sure am. I am usually the one to take a say when others won't. I am. Other people have stronger opinions than I do. Inaccurate. I do have strong opinions. Everybody has them. If they say they don't, I don't know what to tell you. Everyone has a role to play in society and a duty to do their best. Yes. I am concerned with protecting what I have. Yes. I have a good sense of what my future holds. I sure do. I'm an average person with ordinary likes and dislikes. I am. I try new ways of doing things just to see if they will work. Yes. I have a great deal of willpower. I do. Self-improvement is a major interest of mine. Yes. Okay. I answered all the questions, so I'm about to hit get my results. Are we ready? 3, 2, 1. Your Enneagram scores. So the graph below shows you how you scored for each of the 9 types of the Enneagram In this group, the area of each section indicates your score, with larger sections being a better match for your personality. So I guess it's like what I match with the most. It says your primary type is 1. Like you're gonna see on the screen, I have this little graph right here. So there's a lot of them that I could be. Type 2, I was a 96% match. Type 3, 93. Type 4, 71. Type 5, 58. Type 6, 77. Type 7, 86. Type 8, 82. Type 9, 49. Type 1, 98. So the 2 that I see that I match with the most, and they're like so close. So I'm gonna read them and see if it pretty much goes along with what I'm thinking that it might say about myself, because I know myself better than some people do, especially a test. Type 2 can be described as the giver. 2s want to be liked and find ways that they can be helpful to others so that they can be loved and belong. Type 1, this was like my 98%, almost 100. Type 1 can be thought of as the perfectionist. 1s place a lot of emphasis on following the rules and doing things correctly. That's pretty much it. So I'm between a type 1 and a type 2. In my opinion, type 2 sounds more like me because my life isn't revolved around making sure everybody always follows the rules. I would rather make sure that people are taken care of and feeling good about themselves and stuff like that. But type 1 also kind of sounds like me too. So one thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to put in the description the video that Sierra Schultz did about her Enneagram personality test. I'm going to also put in the description all the songs ranging from 1 to 9. You can listen to Sleeping at Last and the song that it says about you. I will also link the test. I will link the test below as well. And I want you to take it and I want you to comment below what you got. I'm so interested in this kind of stuff right now. I cannot wait to go and listen to my song. I guess I'm going to listen to 2 and listen to 1, and that will be my deciding factor. So anyway, remember, go below, tell me what you got. I'm going to link all this stuff in the description, and in just a second, you're going to see the devotion. I think that's quite enough of that. So, today, I asked my sister Gracie to give me a word. And the word is fan. My question for you tonight is, are you a fan of Jesus or are you a follower? It's a good question, isn't it? So in Mark 8:34, so in Mark chapter 8:34, it says, "Then he called the crowd to him along with his disciples and said, 'Whoever wants to be my disciple must deny themselves and take up their cross and follow me.'" One question that I have for you tonight is, have you ever been a member of a fan club? So I'm going to be looking down because I have some notes written down. I can't remember it all, but some of you may not even know what a fan club is. A fan club is a group of enthusiastic supporters of a well-known person, a music group, a sports team. If you're a fan of a particular sports team, you might wear a t-shirt with the team name. Like my husband loves the Carolina Panthers. We live in North Carolina, so he loves the Carolina Panthers, and I guarantee if I go into his part of the closet, I can pull out at least 4 or 5 different Panther shirts. Just saying. So if a sports team wins a lot of games, they will probably end up getting a bunch of fans. But if they start to lose, sometimes the fans will fall away. Not sometimes, always. There will be fans that fall away and don't stick with them. So if they're winning, the fans are there. If they're losing, the fans are gone. Just like if a singer or a music group has a lot of big hits, they will have a lot of fans. But if the hits stop coming, sometimes the fans will go away in that scenario too. So when Jesus was on earth, he had a lot of fans. As he traveled around performing miracles like feeding the 5,000, loaves of bread and healing the blind, there were huge crowds of fans everywhere he went. But do you know what? Jesus wasn't interested in having fans. He wanted followers. One day he said to a crowd of people, "If any of you wants to be my followers, you must turn from your selfish ways. Take up your cross and follow me. If you try to hang onto your life, you will lose it. But if you give up your life for my sake, you will save it." To be a follower of Jesus means much more than being a member of his fan club. It means more than wearing an "I love Jesus" t-shirt. So that's just like going in there and getting an "I love Jesus" t-shirt out. That does not make me a follower. That only makes me a fan. Some people like to wear the WWJD bracelets or a necklace with a cross on it. That means nothing. That just means that you're a fan of Jesus. It means to follow the teachings of Jesus every day. That's what being a follower means. It means to reach out to the poor. It means to feed the hungry, to be a friend of the friendless, to love the unlovely. In other words, it means to show the love that Jesus showed to everyone we meet. That is what separates a fan from a follower. So, with all of that being said, tell me this. With everything else you're going to tell me in the comments between your Enneagram type, are you a fan? And now dig deep for this answer. Are you a fan of Jesus or are you a follower? Thank you so much for watching my videos. I know that my following, whatever you want to call it, is small. But the way that I see it, at this moment I have 23 subscribers. That's 23 people that I get to connect with on a personal level with my scripture and my devotions and just the things that I like to do in my life. And I thank every 23 of you that have watched and have commented and everything else. And for the people who didn't subscribe and just watched, I thank you. But send this video to your best friend, send it to your mom, your dad, your brother, your sister, your cousin, maybe somebody that you don't even like because they might need to hear the whole fans and followers thing, and send them here and tell them to subscribe and to click that notification bell so you can see every time that I post a new video. Thank you so much for coming. I love every single one of you, and I will see you next Saturday. Bye!